As you can tell by the title, I just learned my lesson because I probably made my biggest mistake of tech in 2019 for myself. And that was upgrading my iPhone X from iOS 12.3.1 to iOS 13 Developer Beta 1 because my phone is completely bricked out. What is up, party people? Today, with the news of iOS 13 public beta finally being released to all the world, I'm here saying that you should not upgrade your primary device to this public beta or even the developer beta 2, which I did. And yes, I'm going to tell my story on how my phone is completely bricked and I just practically now put it in the trash or put it on display with it turning on and off. But anyways, I want to give this little disclaimer that one of my favorite online tech media companies, TechCrunch, gave out with the public beta for iOS 13 being released today. TechCrunch said that, remember, you shouldn't install an iOS beta on your primary iPhone or iPad, obviously, right? I mean, I didn't do that, but whatever. And then it goes on to say, the onslaught of issues aren't just bugs. Instead, some apps and features won't work at all, and in some rare cases, beta software can also brick your device and make it unusable. Proceed with extreme caution. And I did not proceed with extreme caution, and that's why I'm downgrading from an iPhone X in 2018, or 2017 it released, but practically 2018, from a 2018 iPhone X to a 2015 internal spec'd out iPhone SE. And continuing with those disclaimers on upgrading any of your Apple devices to the beta softwares, whether that be your phone, iPod Touch, iPad, Mac, iMac, Watch, here is another disclaimer on why you shouldn't upgrade to the developer beta for iOS 13. And Apple says it themselves, and this is important to note for thrill seekers. If you're interested in living life on the edge and trying out the great new features in iOS 13, which I obviously wanted to, because there's a ton of new features, which you can see in this video right here. But anyways, Apple said, we strongly advise you waiting for the many bug fixes and refinements coming to the public beta later this month. And later this month is right now, because the public beta is now easy to access. You could probably just search it up online, public beta link, and you could just click on it and your iPhone, iPad, or maybe iPod Touch 7th generation is going to upgrade to the first public beta 1 of iOS 13, and you get to enjoy all those new features without the risk of a developer beta. But for you guys making the video, and for myself just testing out that wonderful dark mode and that Apple Music live music lyrics, that's honestly one of my favorite features inside iOS 13, I put my iPhone X through the treacherous and risky territory of the developer beta 1 in iOS 13. And my iPhone X is completely bricked. This is going to be the story, but on June 17th, I woke up in the morning with my iPhone X feeling a little buggy because there's a lot of bugs throughout this first developer beta. You can't even really set a wallpaper without your whole phone restarting, and anyways, there's a bunch of other bugs with AirDrop not working as fast. I could just go on and on with all the bugs found in iOS 13 beta 1. But anyways, I was biking to cross-country practice because I had cross-country practice that morning. I did cross-country practice, but like I would say, through the majority of practice, a thunderstorm came and it started pouring rain. So I went to my pavilion, and some of my teams left in their cars while I'm still waiting here for the rain to finish so I could bike home. But anyways, after like 30 minutes of waiting, 30 minutes is a long time, I'm just like, whatever, I'll just bike home in the rain. So I did bike, like, let's say an hour home in the pouring rain, but the iPhone X is water resistant, right? So it shouldn't affect that. But anyways, when I got home, Face ID wasn't working at all. And this one might have been the first sign of iOS 13 taking its effect, or just the iPhone's logic board not working in any way possible. When Face ID wasn't working for the first 3 hours, I was like, whatever, this is probably just a common issue in iOS 13 beta 1, so I'll just leave it alone. And then once it got to the end of the day, I was like, oh, whatever, let's just force restart this device. And it was working perfectly. I was playing games, browsing through social media, looking through these websites. And then I was like, okay, let's force reset this. So I just hit the volume up and down quickly, and then the power button, hold that down, and now it went in force reset. And then all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, it's still in that same stage of restarting the phone, and then I realized it's just turning off and on and off and on and off and on. I could just go on and off like that. But anyways, I waited for it to die, and I want to see like, is this gonna fix the issue at all? So the phone died, and it said it needed a charge. I plugged it in, and it's still doing the same thing, on and off and on and off and on. And I was like, dang. So I made the Apple appointment, and I went to the Apple store, and I tried the same exact thing they did. Connect the phone to iTunes on a Mac to try to restore the device. I tried the same thing they did, and they're like, oh, your phone's out of warranty. Sorry, you're gonna have to pay $530 if you want a new one. Ha ha! And I'm just like, And that's the story of how kind of iOS 13 bricked my phone. Who would have known if the rain did it, or if it was just the phone's issue with its logic board, because apparently that's what the Apple Store employee said. I don't believe that. Or it could have been iOS 13. Who knows? It could have been a multitude of issues, and I will never find out. But sadly, I'm getting the iPhone SE for 64 gigabytes in a price of $150. Not too bad. But hopefully my story serves as a cautionary tale to never ever upgrade your primary Apple device, whether that be an iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, Apple Watch, Mac, or any other Apple device you have, to the developer beta version of the software. Although you want those thrill seeker new features, you just can't, because you just can't take the risk. And even though I did upgrade my iPhone and iPad this time last year to iOS 12, and that went kind of smooth other than AirDrop not working, I just can't recommend this anymore. I thought this was fine. I thought this was like a sneaky way to get the new features without taking any risk, because I always read the risk. I didn't know it could be that bad, like bricking your whole entire phone and you have to get a whole entire new one, like the iPhone SE. But that is all we have for today. Thank you for watching this video, and tomorrow is Tesla Tuesday. Make sure you bless them. Peace out.
3, 2, 1.
Walking down the street, she didn't know what to do, so she jumped in front of me. Little Sally Walker walking down the street, she didn't know what to do, so she jumped in front of me. I said, go on, girl, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. Go on, girl, do your thing, do your thing, stop. Go on, girl.